Hi everyone, welcome to our fifth session on the gastrointestinal system. So today we will be talking about stuff related to the last part, which is elimination. So we'll talk about issues related to the hemorrhoids, to what are called piles, fissures in the anal area, hemorrhoids, and other kinds of stuff related to that area. Okay, so let's start. Let's close our eyes, connect the tongue to the palate. Inhale and exhale. Let us invoke to the Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother. We thank you for your priceless blessings, for divine light, divine love, divine guidance, divine love, mercy, inner healing, physical healing. Thank you for the inner strength to practice regularly. Thank you for your divine help and protection, for illumination, abundance, and prosperity. We thank you. Let's be aware of ourselves as a soul. I am that I am. I am not the body. I am not the emotions. I am not thought. I am the soul. I am a spiritual being of divine intelligence, divine love, and divine power. I am one with my higher soul. I am that I am. I am one with the divine spark within me. I am a child of God. I am connected with God. I am one with God, and I am one with all. Okay, so we will first do exercises today and then do the rest. Connect the tongue to the palate. Make sure the right hand is on top. Let's face east. Keep your feet shoulder width apart. And as we do a semi squat, we are going to inhale. Okay, so let's start. Inhale, go down. 1. Inhale, go down. 2. Inhale, go down. 3. Inhale, go down. 4. Inhale, 5. Inhale, go down. 6. And the last one. So in the last couple of days, we've talked about, putting things in our mouth, ingesting it properly, biting it properly. Then we've talked about our stomach. We've talked about the intestines. We've talked about the small and large intestines. And now we'll talk about the last part, which is elimination. So elimination is a process of obviously getting rid of stuff. So, just as we go through this topic, I'd also like us to just be aware of what are the other things that we are keeping stocked up in our house. Is there stuff that we don't require that we are keeping in our house? Our storeroom is full. Are we also the kind of people who sometimes find, grains or spices or biscuits that have been just lying in the house for a really long time? Okay, so the reason I want to bring this to your attention is because when we work with physical issues, we also need to be aware of what is the lesson that we need to learn from what is happening in our body. Okay, so now I guess it's more widely accepted that a lot of illness is psychosomatic. Now, of course, Master Cho also warns us that all diseases, everything is not to be taken as energy only, and to not get fanatical about it, which basically means we have to pay attention to our diet, to exercise, to other factors in life. But knowing the psychosomatic reasons can help us to deal with these things. Okay, so again, we're going to take help from Louise Hayes in her book, Heal Your Life, Heal Your Body, actually. She talks about the anus, and she says that the anus is a releasing point, which is true, right? Because whatever we have absorbed, we just want to get rid of all the stuff that is no longer required. So it's the dumping ground. And in case people have an abscess in that area, then she suggests that it is basically related to anger, to what we don't want to release. Okay, so if there's something that we really don't want to let go of for some reason and we're angry about it, then it may result in an abscess. It may. Okay, it doesn't have to. Then if people have a fistula, then her thought is that this is a probable cause, okay, probable mental pattern. She says it could be incomplete releasing of trash or holding on to the garbage of the past. So that's the fistula. And if there are hemorrhoids, then she says, one second. Then she says that it could be a fear of deadlines or anger of the past, afraid to let go and feeling burdened. So I think the common theme that I'm reading here is basically anger and the inability to let go. Now, one of the things that we may also be aware of is that sometimes we are not willing to let go of anger related to things that happened way back in the past, right? Either we are angry with somebody or we are not willing to forgive. So I feel that perhaps some of these things can also have an effect on our anus. And of course, I have seen when we do healing for people, I've healed a couple of people, not me, but of course, you know, through the Supreme God as an instrument of healing, I have been able to help a lot of people with hemorrhoids and piles and things like that. And I have often seen that helping them with psychotherapy, helping them through forgiveness, and helping them be aware of the anger that they may have, that perhaps they feel is justified, perhaps it's something that they don't want to let go of. So that is something that we will work on today. The other thing I wanted to also mention is there's also something called indigestion. So indigestion also can result in, so that's like the physical thing, okay, related to the anal region. Now what happens in the anal region, as we know, is that it's a place to let go, and if we are not willing to let go of pain or anger, then it can begin to cause issues in that area. So for now, in case we have some of those issues, I'd like us to just take a minute or so and just think of what is that we're not willing to let go of, and just be aware of it. And let us say to ourselves, I let go. I comfortably and easily release that which I no longer need in life. Once again, I easily and comfortably release that which I no longer need in life. We can also say, it is safe to let go. It is safe to let go only that which I no longer need. Then there's one more. It says, it is with love that I totally release the past. I am free. And there's another one which says, I lovingly forgive myself. I am free. So what we'll do today is we will just do some forgiveness with ourselves, with any other person with whom we may be angry. This will, I think, help us with the releasing process. And of course, during the mass healing, following while you do the meditation, then we will also do healing for you for those specific areas. And of course, the general healing that we do. Okay, so let's close our eyes. Let's be aware of something that we think we should let go, but we're not willing to. That's okay. We'll just tell ourselves, I'm willing to let go. I'm willing to let go of the anger. I'm willing to let go of the pain. I am willing to let go of stuff that I no longer need in my body. I am willing to let go. Let's close our eyes and connect our tongue to the palate. Let's be aware of our connection through our crown chakra to the Supreme God and to all the energy transformers who are guiding us through our path. Let's also be aware of our basic chakra and going down the base of our spine and the soles of our feet and connecting us to Mother Earth. So we take good energy from the divine sources and we use it in our body, we utilize it, and then we just let go of whatever is left into Mother Earth. Okay. Let's be aware of ourselves in front of us. Let us say, I, the soul, forgive you. I forgive my body. I forgive my emotions and I forgive my mind for not being exactly the way I wanted you to be. I forgive you. Let's also ask forgiveness from our body because there are a lot of things that we do to the body that are probably not right. So let's just say, hey, I'm sorry. Please forgive me for not taking full and complete care. Please forgive me for my mistakes. I forgive you. I forgive you for not being exactly the way I want you to be. I forgive you for the hurt and the pain. Please forgive me for not taking care of everything. And it's okay. Just let go. Okay. Let's also think of what we want to let go of today. And let us just say to ourselves, I'm willing to let go. And today, during the meditation, as well as during the mass healing, if you can bring that to your surface, then it will be easier for the healers to remove it from the system. Okay, so inhale and exhale. And later on, I'd also like us to be aware of the stuff in our house that we know needs to be removed. Anything that is not useful, anything that is going bad, either repair it or get rid of it. Okay. Okay. Let's raise our hands in blessing position. Let's be aware of our body, of our goals. Let's be aware of our financial targets. And let's also take a second to think of what do we need to let go of in order to meet our financial targets. So for example, for a lot of people, just doing the accounts or handling taxes is a big thing on their mind. So let's be aware of the financial target and let's be aware of what specifically is stopping us from achieving that particular target. And let us let it go. Okay. Let's also think of our relationship target. Who do we want to improve our relationship with? And is there something in that relationship or something that they want us to do, something that we want them to do without which the relationship is turning out to be a little difficult? Let's also think that we are willing to let go, not of the relationship, but willing to let go of the obstacle in the relationship. Okay, let's be aware of our health. What is stopping us? Is there a food habit, an exercise habit, something about our health, our emotions, our thoughts? Is there something that we need to let go of? Let's be aware and let's say to ourselves, I let go. Our spiritual target. Sometimes we're afraid that we'll become too spiritual, we won't do our work, or, if our family member becomes very spiritual, then who will bring in the money? I don't know. There could be all kinds of things in everybody's mind. It's like, oh, I don't want to learn how to heal because then I'll have to heal. I'm afraid. What if I'll make mistakes? All kinds of things. So whatever is applicable to us, let us be aware of that and let us just say, I let go. So we have all these targets and now we are letting go of things that are preventing us from meeting those targets. Okay, let's also bless the entire planet Earth, which is affected by the COVID-19 virus. Let's bless everyone. Let's bless the entire Earth. May every family on this planet be blessed with a healer in their family. May there be one pranic healer per family, so all our bodies can be restored to health. Our emotions and our thoughts can be restored to health with pranic psychotherapy. And with Arhatic yoga, we can all grow spiritually, With Kriya Shakti, we can all learn the art and science of materialization. To each their own, whatever they wish. Let us bless the entire planet Earth with one pranic healer per family. Okay, couple of other things. Master Cho says in his book, Advanced Pranic Healing, that we should avoid eating spicy food in case we are suffering from hemorrhoids. So just keep that in mind. Also, for those of us who don't know, the picture behind me is the ashram, and that is where we can go once we've done Arhatic yoga. Um, One last thing I want to say is that anger sometimes stems from fear. So we also need to be aware of what are we afraid of, because of which we don't let go of stuff from our body, especially kind of stopping it at the anus. So just let us be aware of where's the fear. Are we fearful that there isn't enough in the universe? Are we fearful that there isn't enough for us? Are we coming from a family where we were not able to get what we thought was our fair share? Did we go through that in school? Did we grow up with a mindset where our parents thought that there won't be enough money for this or that? So let's just, explore, let's use these sessions also for what we call inner reflection, to think about what is it that's actually holding us back. And when we do this whole affirmation, it's like, I am not the thought, I am not the emotions, and I am not my body. Okay. So while we take care of our body, let's also be aware that this thought that is there, maybe it came from somewhere, maybe it's our own thought. But that said, we have the power to change that thought. So, we can learn to change our thoughts using many, many techniques. Of course, there are affirmations, which we are discussing on these sessions. We are doing healing for you. And of course, there are techniques in pranic psychotherapy to help us to change our thoughts. Also in Arhatic yoga, we have techniques to help us to get rid of fears and anger and things like that. Okay, so I hope this was helpful. And with that, we will end this session. So another thing I just wanted to just came to my mind is that for a lot of people, when they are growing up, when they are very small children, if like somebody responds to like, "Ee, how dirty is that?" or, ganda kam, or, something like that, then I think what happens is that they kind of get scared about the stuff that's coming out. And perhaps the roots of, very chronic constipation is also in these kind of thoughts, which obviously, it's designed to help a child understand. We're not blaming anybody. We're definitely not blaming our parents or our caregivers for that. But just something that I would like you to be aware of, especially if you're the kind of person who just doesn't like to talk about what's down there, or you have difficulties with constipation, or you are having or we are having piles or anything of that sort. Okay, so just be aware of that. Of course, that's just one of the reasons. It's not the only reason. There may be other things, but this came to my mind, and because I had a patient who had this issue, she just you know didn't like that area. So we have to be aware that every part of our body is beautiful, in the sense that it all serves a purpose, and we do need to be grateful for all the parts of our body that are working, because if our anus stops working, then there will be many other issues, right? So let's just be grateful to every part of our body. Okay, so with that, we'll end this session. This is the fifth and final session on gastrointestinal systems, and we'll be starting with asthma and allergies from tomorrow. So I hope you enjoyed. If you know people who have these kind of issues, please ask them to join our live session so we can do some healing for them. Okay, thanks. Also, for those of you who released a lot of anger today, I am very grateful, because today when I was doing the healing, I could feel a lot of anger coming out, like a lot of anger. So I'm really, really grateful for the fact that you are all listening, and that, we as a group are kind of releasing a lot of anger together, because it makes it much faster. So again, thank you so much for your cooperation. Thank you for releasing your anger and fear and other stuff. And let's help everybody get well soon.